Your first card is the Eight of Pentacles. So you guys might just been pretty busy, you know, working really hard. Some of you guys might be in school or thinking about going back to school or trying to figure out when the heck school is going to come back, right? Especially if you have kids. When are they going to go back to school? But making an effort, mastering a skill. Maybe just throw yourself into your work. Being creative nowadays. Your next card is the Empress. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. So the Empress is really basically about that creativity, creating, working on expanding what you got right now. Pregnancy. For some of you, there might be a pregnancy that is, you know, relevant or important, right? Others of you, you are, especially nowadays, there kids aren't going to school, right? There's people that are working from home. So I feel like you're, how should I say, working with the children, you know, being creative, doing things with the kids, feeling more mommy-like or father-like, very nurturing, caring type of energy. It feels pretty good. Creating things together, arts and crafts, painting, stuff like this. Beauty. Maybe working on your health, doing some more exercise. Ooh, working on your money, that's good too. Your next card is the Ace of Pentacles. Thinking of some kind of new idea, some kind of new way of making business, making money. Aces are gifts from the universe. This gift is given to you, my Geminis, in the form of tangible things. Things that you can touch, things that you can smell, and the best kind, things that you can spend. Best kind. So this is some kind of new, brand new financial beginning. Some of you guys could be waiting on some money. It looks like it's a large sum of money. Could be taxes. Could be hopefully that stimulus check coming in. For those of you guys that your country is doing this, you know, USA, they doing it. Let's see if they actually send it. The check is in the mail, right? And, oh, okay. Some of you guys are actually looking forward to a brand new addition to your family. This could be, like I was saying, the pregnancy, having a baby, probably the 8th, 9th month, about to be born. So it's pretty exciting in that nesting phase. And also working on some kind of new way of bringing some money in, working from home, doing something from home, whether it's online based or creating whatever it is that you're creating. Keep at it. It's going to work for you. It's pretty exciting, actually. Some of you guys are very excited about this. You never would have thought about it unless you were dealing with the situation that you're dealing with now. So that's a good thing. Now let's talk about your present energy. You have the King of Cups. Okay. You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, or Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. And it doesn't have to be a king. It could be a queen. So this is taking care of yourself, working on you, loving you, taking them long bubble baths, or what do you guys do to take care of you? That beauty. Some of you guys are really trying to make yourselves look good. Maybe getting something, doing something different with your hair, with your wardrobe. Most of the beauty salons over here in our place are closed. So You guys are being very creative as to how to make yourself look awesome. And others of you, this has to do with love. Maybe a brand new person coming into your life, a soulmate, a twin flame. I don't know about the twin flame, but someone that is very romantic, very intuitive, very caring, very nurturing. And also, this could be I feel that some of you guys might be having like a new addition to the family besides maybe being an actual beautiful baby. Congratulations. Then it's helping, helping like your family or somebody needing a place to stay. And out of the kindness of your heart, this might be where before you weren't talking to them or somebody was hesitant to talk to you. And now these times there's more compassion going on. So you're like, come on in until you get yourself back on your feet, or somebody could be telling you this. I feel like somebody might need your help. And where maybe you weren't willing to help, maybe because they just didn't ask. Now, this relationship you're working on it. Better family ties, better communication with your loved ones. And then you have the Five of Cups. So then what happened? So the Five of Cups is feeling some kind of loss, regret, guilt even. It's focusing on too much on something that has happened, that already happened, and that you can't do anything about it. This could be you or your person that's doing this. So that's where that support, that help comes in. You might have want to extend that olive branch, like I was saying, and let your loved one, your person, know that you're there if you need anything. And for some, this is all they really wanted to hear, just that you haven't forgotten about them, or vice versa. Because ultimately, the Five of Cups, it's like you always have support, but sometimes it's just so hard to look at anything else but what had happened or didn't happen. It could have to deal with some third-party situation, and remember, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily a cheating situation, just a third situation that has influenced your life in some way, that it has made you feel a bit down, a bit low, and a good time to reach out and let others in. Open your heart. Underneath the Empress, some of you guys might want to call your mom, call your dad, call your grandparents, make sure they're doing okay. It's a time for a community to, work together, not necessarily side by side, meaning, with the social distancing, you don't have to be all in a group, but you're still finding creative ways of supporting others, helping others, being there for them. And others are trying to do the same with you. Now, one more. The sun will come out again. The sun will come out again. This too shall pass. Lovely. So you have the sun. You could be dealing with a Leo for some of you. But the sun is the happiest card of the deck. The sun talks about joy, joy, bliss, bliss, all this, right? It's talking about feeling, those, just when it's sunny outside, you just feel so happy and energetic and you want to go do things. Also represents something coming to the light, something that was maybe in the dark, something that you didn't know or just wasn't time to know. Underneath this Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. That means that whatever that is that has to do with your money, your pentacles, that is coming in. It could be an actual son, or it has to do with children. Just having children around is making you feel good. make you feel happy, enjoying the comforts of, you know, family life. This is some good energy, my Geminis. It's like enjoying family life, just feeling joy and happy where you are. I guess it's would be representing like feeling blessed, counting your blessings, being grateful for what you have, and not focusing so much on what maybe you used to have or you don't, or it's not going to come through. And you're realizing that at the end of the day, probably for the best that that didn't happen because it's putting you on a different level. Some of you guys might have wanted to branch out and start your own business, and there's good news coming in regards to that. Waiting on that check in the mail. You're getting, some of you guys are getting that, right? Even an inheritance possibly for some of you. Okay. Shuffle. All right, I will shuffle. So this is your past, present, and now let's talk about your near future. So I guess this would be like coming into May. Ooh, this one. Oh, too many. Mother's Day. Your next card is the Ten of Swords. So this is some kind of difficult situation coming to an end. So that's a good thing. Just not wanting to argue anymore about nothing, or talk about what might have what happened before. This is feeling betrayed, backstabbed, something like this. But it's a 10, so it means it's like it can't get worse than this. There's only up. You can only go up from here. So that's a good thing. And then you have the Seven of Cups. Where are you going? Where are you going? This is having options. This is having choices. A bit of daydreaming type thing, of imagining what, you know, what's next, what could happen. I feel a pretty warm, fuzzy feeling, where before maybe you thought you didn't have options, or you weren't considering any other options. Underneath this Five of Cups, maybe you were focusing on that situation that gave you some heartbreak, that made you feel lost, alone, a bit sad. Now with the Sun coming out over here, you're seeing things differently. You're feeling more motivated, more inspired. You see the hope, you have faith. Good for you. And you're realizing that whatever that is needs to come to an end, is coming to an end, and now it's time to look into the future. What else is going on? Again, with the staying healthy, you don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You're finding ways. You're very creative, my Geminis. Very creative. You created a lot of things to keep yourself busy, to keep yourself motivated, and those around you, because I feel like you might be like the head of the household, so they look up to you. They don't want to see you in this, you know, sadness, dark night of the soul energy. And I think for some of you guys, this is what you needed to see. Like, let's say that you're feeling a bit down, and let's say you have family in the house or the children, and you're realizing that their vibe goes off your vibe. So if you are, you know, in bed and don't want to get up and just not feeling it, it's okay to be in that for like a day or two. Everybody grieves at their own pace. I understand that. But once you're taking yourself out of yourself, you're looking at things different, right? So then you'll see the vibe around is reflected on your vibe. So that makes you realize that you are the head of the household, so you're responsible for basically their happiness, especially when it's children, because they can't go anywhere right now. So it's making you feel more hopeful and kind of doing it for them, which is awesome. Of course, you should also always do something for yourself, but sometimes you need that. You need to see that side so you can get up, so you can, you know, strive, and then you're up. So once you're up, you get to start doing more things, and you see the vibe goes higher and higher, and you see that it's just contagious. And then you're in that high energy, and you don't want to come off that one. And it's so natural. You're seeing other things, other options. Then you have the Eight of Swords. So what the heck happened here, my Geminis? This is feeling trapped in your thoughts. Overthinking. So there might be some overthinking. It's a tendency to go back to that kind of thinking. But you are a Gemini. You're an air sign. So this is kind of like your norm. I feel like you're thinking so much, you're overthinking of ways to be happy. So is that bad? I don't think so. Nope. Thinking so much that you're stressing yourself out as to how could you make things better for your family, for yourself, dealing with what you're dealing with, being where you are. So it's thinking of ways of getting out of this anxiety mode. So some of you guys might be on a break or needing to take some kind of break, a step back, where it's more of the Four of Swords, maybe getting into that meditation, getting, your kids. I keep saying kids because I feel like there's kids around involved, where you can work out together, where you can create together. Fun times. Release some of that stress. Okay. Beneath the deck, you have the Knight of Cups. So this would be overall energy, thinking about extending your cup of love, opening yourself up to the possibility of even love. Or someone is really, really thinking about you guys, wanting to come to you and offer their cup, tell you how they feel. Again, trying to just squash it and get out of this conflict, because there's been some hurt feelings, obviously. And because of the time that has passed or things that are happening, it doesn't seem, how should I say, it seems kind of petty. Like, why are we fighting? Why are we still thinking about what was done? Let's just, whether it's moving on your own way, meaning you go your side, they go their side, but not having that burden of regret or guilt. Some kind of clean slate type energy. Compromise. Peaceful resolution. There you go. Peaceful resolution. Okay, so now let's clarify. Who is this King of Cups here? Coming towards you or wanting to come towards you? Too many cards. Somebody that's not happy where they are anymore. Okay. Come here, little card. Somebody don't want to work with you, apparently, huh? You don't want to work with them. Here you have the Eight of Pentacles, and now it's in reverse. And we have the Eight of Pentacles up here, right? You're coming in and wanting to make an effort or really work on creating, expanding you. Oh, growing. You're growing. Growth. Growth has happened. Growth is happening. So now, with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, that's not wanting to make an effort, not working on this relationship, on this partnership, whether this is you or them. Somebody feels that the effort put wasn't enough. And that's the conversation. That's why things happened. So I feel like they want to come and explain why that is, or at least apologize for it. Kind of like it's not you, it's me type of thing. This feels very family-like too, where somebody wants to come and tell you that they understand, that they didn't do their part, that they didn't put in the effort like you did, or vice versa, right? Crosswatchers, you might be feeling this way. Gemini might be coming to you wanting to really open up their heart and tell you why things didn't work or why things are not going to work. And because of that conversation, it'll be kind of understood, and probably that's why it's causing this sadness for a little bit, because maybe you didn't expect this or they didn't expect this, but at least it's the truth, you know? It's like, why didn't you tell me this years ago? Wasting my time. What is this, 5? Somebody's admitting that they don't want to work at this. Maybe they didn't want to admit it before. Dang, the heck. You have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, so they're opening up. And this is causing some kind of sadness. In a good way and a bad way. Kind of like what I was saying. So where before they were keeping all these emotions to themselves. You know, they didn't want to say really what was going on. There was an ego thing happening. And now somebody is wanting to let you know what happened, why it happened, why didn't they say it at the time. They were scared. There was a fear of rejection. But the thing is that at least they're talking about it. It's being talked about. Others of you, it has to do with your money. It looks like some kind of big expense you want to do, but I feel like it's very in a doing something for someone else. Like, I know that so and so is having a hard time right now. They need some support. So I usually don't be lending my money, and I usually don't be extending, you know, doing this for other people, but I feel like you are, and this is causing them to feel a totally different way about you. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you paid like my rent, or, you know, you lent me this. So again, it could be family, some family there. And this really, really gets you guys kind of like emotional. This kind of brings you together in a time of, you know, sadness and darkness. This extending of the olive branch and putting some pinnacles on that branch really is helping your relationship. I'm not telling you go just give away your money. You guys know what this is about. Now, the sun. The sun will come out again. All right, we have the Tower. It seems like this is some very unexpected. Something all of a sudden happens, and it seems like, you know, it's very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. You might have to take somebody in because of their circumstances, or they might have to take you in because of your circumstances, but ultimately it's happy times. This unexpected event is going to bring a lot of clarity to your situation, to your relationship, and I feel like it's going to make it stronger, have a stronger bond because of it. And again, it might feel uncomfortable at the beginning, but the amount of support that you're going to get, or you're extending, is just, it's like the universe is magnifying your blessings because of it. Because of it. Others of you, there's something that you're just leaving, that you're realizing, especially when the sun is coming out, that you weren't supposed to be there anymore. And once you realize it, because maybe you always thought this was your person, this was your place. And when things are illuminated, when you come to terms with it, then you see the options, you see other possibilities that you would have never seen before. So it's for a good thing. It's for a good reason. The Ten of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Wands. So this is giving up on maybe expecting that whatever you get into will be the same as before, like expecting to be betrayed, expecting to be backstabbed, expecting it to be hard times, not letting people in, right? Putting those guards up, being acting a bit defensive or dealing with somebody that's been defensive. It's giving up on being that way, them or you, and just, again, letting it go. It's over. That happened. Let's forget about it. Can we move on? What other options do we have? What other choices can we make? Imagining Seven of Cups is clarified by the Five of Wands upright. Dang, it's a lot of back and forth, huh, my Gemini? A lot. It's like one moment I'm happy, and then one moment I'm not. But this is arguments, fighting, usually. But here what I see, because you're in that imaginary looking at the choices, the possibilities, you might be fighting yourself because it might be a bit confusing as to what to start first, what to do first, which option. Or others around you might be trying to tell you what to do first and all this, right? They're trying to be, I don't feel like they're doing it out of spite or being mean. They're just really trying to put in their 2 cents. They think they're being helpful, but that's just making you a bit frustrated. So that's where this Eight of Swords energy is coming over here. Oh, I also see competing. They're competing for you. So you have choices, options. And you have the Five of Cups upright. Okay, there is someone that tends to come back and give you that sob story. That's the one that you should actually avoid, because they're the ones apparently that keep bringing you back into this feeling of paranoia, this feeling of being stressed and stuck. Some of you guys, you actually have someone that's like in jail or in some kind of institution, and you're trying to live your life, and they've kind of tried to bring you down with what's going on in their life. I know it sounds harsh, but sometimes you feel like you're trapped if somebody else is in that situation. So I don't know what you can do about that. Maybe offer some kind of support, but not as much. Beneath the deck, you have the Fool. So this is a brand new beginning. Beautiful. Taking a leap of faith. Seeing things with new eyes. A new vision of things. That clean slate. Okay, so now I'm going to give you one more card. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle card. You have the Talisman. Talisman upright. So it's number 49. And I'm going to read it to you really quickly before my time runs out. So this says, a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success.